Good Tuesday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesweegie subbing in for fellow Canadian laptop hound who is currently dealing with some technical difficulties, which is why he did not go at all today, and he's instead going to be firing tomorrow. So, we're back with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Thank you, EVC. Appreciate it. Bring some purple into the chat for the Colorado Rockies. And we are dealing with a bit of a dilemma as we get into the tail end of 1994. Yes, we've looked at Frank Thomas. Yes, we've looked at Sammy Sosa. He'd be a fun card to get, but I don't know where he fits on the outfield unless we move, like, Shane Mack to center. The name of this episode and what EVC's already on my case about in the chat is that we have been in negotiations with Mr. Marquee Grissom for months. This is what his original contract demand was. I lowballed him just like a smidge. And now he wants $46 million over 9 years with an AAV almost $2 million more than what he was originally requesting. I can barely afford that. I'm still thinking we have other guys that we need to pay first. If we take a look at the salaries, we only have 15 mil committed for next season. Part of that is a team option for Frank Viola, and we'll see how that goes. If we want to keep Shane Mack or Jeff Montgomery, extend Kevin Ritz or Terry Clark. Greg McMichael's due for a pay increase, as is Dishman. So, like, what are we doing? I don't feel comfortable pulling the trigger on that. There has to be better options out there. Like, next offseason, Griffey comes available. He, I would open the bank for. Travis Fryman becomes available, and I've already tried to acquire him. He was on the trading block. He's already been traded from Detroit to Houston. And I forgot to set streamer mode on. Try as I might, I can't get the Jays to give me Devon White, which annoys the dickens out of me. Ah, Tranquil Hill, good to see ya, and thank you for bringing the raid in. So, for those of you who haven't met me because I don't normally stream on Tuesdays, hello friends and neighbors, Tesweegie here. Canadian subbing in for Laptop Hound, who normally would be going at around this hour. EVC is being a slight nuisance in the chat. This is the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. We have taken over the Colorado Rockies and are trying to do better than the real Rockies have been. If we go to our team history, you will see we finished at 500 on the nose last year, or in our inaugural season. And then we fell off the wagon in a big way in 1994. Everything went worse. But guys like Orlando Cabrera are coming up through the system. Paul Wilson basically has a spot on this team tomorrow, or this upcoming season. Robbie Lopez, probably not. Brooks Kieschnick, maybe. Juan Brea. Interesting prospect. Love the gap power. Not sure he plays on this club. Oh, no, yeah. We got Russ Ortiz and AJ Burnett. AJ's control had better show up. That's going to be a fun guy to have on our team. No, like, all right, so here's the other thing. I do have a trade in the works that I'm not going to pull the trigger on just yet because I do not trust Marquee Grissom. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he will accept a lower deal. I mean, there's also Candiotti, Hershiser. Hershiser's not on a bad deal. Who does New York want for him? Okay. That's not a terrible idea. Because we've got Ritz and Clark, both pending free agents. Hershiser has been nothing short of incredible the last 2 seasons. 2 wins above replacement. But I don't know if that's a deal we want to make just yet. Because the other deal involving Mr. Barkley is with New York. And the player we'd be getting is Bernie Williams. And if you compare Bernie to the Marquee, you can see Bernie is basically a vastly better bat, much better eye. The avoid Ks, slightly worse, but not by that much. Defensively, the range is a little bit worse. The error is a little bit better, and I'm okay with sacrificing arm. The other element is the price tag. Bernie would be cheap for this and the next 2 seasons because he's still ARB eligible. I don't feel comfortable making the deal just yet because I want to see if Marquee Grissom will come back down in price. The other team who's been chasing him... Oh, yeah, let's... That's fair, EVC. Yeah, that's pretty gruesome. I mean, yes, Bernie does fare better against lefties just like Marquee does. Marquise, but... Alright, I gotta go to BB Ref and actually look up what is the correct pronunciation of his name. Let's start there. Marquise. Okay, so it is Marquise. Yes, the speed is ridiculous for Marquise, but I'm content to play the waiting game a little bit longer. I mean, he's still better than our current options, which are Lamar Rogers and Billy Ashley. We can also move Shane Mack into center field in an absolute pinch. He's got the range for it. Does eye affect contact? I mean, we can take a look at the batting stats. Whoops. If anything, Marquee's BABIP was way lower. 260. Even though they still batted the same average-wise. Better slugging. About equivalent in wins above replacement. Last season. Last season was weird for a lot of people. I thought Contact was BABIP and Avoid K. I'm pretty sure it's BABIP, Power, and Avoid K. That's why those three stats are stacked together in Perfect Team and then combined into the Contact stat. Anyways, this is academic. I'm going to see if Marquise actually signs with us. The reason why I'm playing the patient game is who he is slated to sign with. Once the new year comes around, I'm going to flip into the messages, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Well, I mean, EVC, well, to be honest, when was the last time you played franchise mode? Yeah, like if I don't get Marquise, it will be trading for Bernie. Like, I don't get what the deal is with the Reds. Why they're doing this. One, they don't have much in terms of contracts. I mean, we are paying a premium because we're a bad team. Two, they've already got Steve Gibraltar as their starting center fielder. Why would they monkey around with Marquise? And yes, I have considered trying to trade for him. The Reds do not want to give me the time of day, not even if I include our ace Glenn Dishman. So that's why we're in a waiting game. Nobody else on the free agent list really catches my eye. Maybe Dave Winfield if we wanted a backup outfielder. Maybe Steve Buccioli. 1.2 wins above replacement off the bench. It's not bad. Compared to -7 for David Bell and 0.3 for Frank Bolick. I mean, I expect David Bell to be our third base of the future. And he's got reverse splits too, which is all the more beneficial. So that's why I'm keeping this a separate stream. Okay, so Marquise did go to the Reds. Hold up, stop! So basically for the contract I was offering him, he heads to the Reds. I do not proclaim to get it. I mean, they're probably going to option down Gibraltar. But he's going to become available at some point. He is now superfluous. Actually, hold the phone. Is Greg Vaughn available? Ooh, no, not doing that. Alright, so let's make this deal work with New York. Brian Barkley, yes, we're giving up a pitching prospect. Yes, he probably could be good, but we're looking for stuff guys. This is not a stuff guy. The fact that they're willing to take Ashley back or Klapinski, Kishnik, they're not asking a lot. Oh, they want Todd Pretty? Okay, we're putting him in this deal. Now, can we make off with someone else? Like if we wanted an Andy Pettit. Then they want Jason Bates in the deal. I mean, Bates has been good. Close to 2 wins above replacement, but with a subpar bat. And his job is going to be replaced pretty soon once Naifi Perez and Orlando Cabrera are healthy. So like at second base, we got OCAB, we got Yolbert Cabrera, JCAB, who we picked up in the Rule 5 pick from Montreal. Better defender too, better base runner. And we've got Naifi Perez, who probably is going to make the club anyway because he put up 3.3 wins above replacement down in AAA. So, like, Bates is superfluous. The question is Andy Pettit worth the trade given he's stuck on 35 control? And has had 2 pretty bad seasons out of the bullpen. True. I mean, the other option I was looking at was Jay Witasek, who had a better season. Yes, the movement and control are worrisome, but again, stuff guys. I also wouldn't mind Tim Rumer, even though he got absolutely bludgeoned. Oh yeah, the Yankees were absolute trash last season, by the way. So, if we include Bates, can we avoid including Pretty? Yes. Is there anyone else we can try and pinch from them? Wow. That is a player. So we could get Bernie or Sherman. I don't like the lower contact. It's also weird that the center field rating is better for Bernie. All right, you know what? I'm distracting myself. We're not going to go with Obando. We are going to go with Bernie. Yeah, appreciate it. EBC. I'm going to miss Bates, but we did just get Cabrera for basically free. And if you compare the two guys... Cabrera basically has the gap power edge. And let's not forget we also have Naifi Perez waiting in the wings to come up and join the club as well. So one of the two is going to make Jason Bates unnecessary. Besides, I'd rather have low control than low stuff or movement. Oh, hey, Osmus. Let's take a look at the prospects list. Oh, right. These guys got Derek Lee. Number 5 prospect in all the land. Not sure I like any of these guys. Yeah, Jeets. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to monkey around with it anymore. Welcome to Colorado Rockies, Bernie Williams. What was Bernie's actual jersey number? Because, I mean, like, it's a very nice jersey number, but I'd rather get his actual one. 51. All right. There we go. It's not like we're going to get Ichiro anyway. We don't need to worry about that. So now we've got these folks in the roster. I think Billy Ashley's going to play over Lamar Rogers, so we're going to demote him. And we're going to call up... You know, Arias at least has... It can fill in as a backup. I like the platooning we're doing with Hubbard and Maxudian flipping spots and Bell and Bollock both available. So Bernie's a big ad. Finally, we got a team captain. And Pettit's a leader as well. Maybe that gives us an opportunity to trade one of our existing starting pitchers on an expiring contract. Someone like a Terry Clark or a Kevin Ritz. Well, Ritz is injured and he's actually good. If anything, Clark would probably be the one we'd shop around. Keep Brian Hunter. Eat salary. See if we get anything good. Chuck Finley from the Angels. No. Paul Sorrento from the Guardians, though. That profiles quite nicely compared to John Jaha. Potential platoon split. I mean, Jaha had a absolutely ridiculous last year. Or 2 years ago. Last year, 824 OPS, but a 96 OPS plus. 3 wins above replacement. Sorrento hasn't been that good. I'm just wondering if it's like a skill issue or a matter of something to unlock. There's Cecil Fielder back from, or available out of Detroit. He's a DH. This is my. This will be upcoming. My first season in Coors. The last 2 were at Mile High Field. Lots of relievers. Rick Reed, the control freak. Tom Edens, Old man Bill Gullickson. Scott Bankhead. Of course, the Athletics want to trade anything that moves. Jays are offering Rob Dibble. Do we want to get like a three-headed bullpen monster between him, McMichael, and Montgomery? Dibble at least has a contract for 2 years from now. That may be the winner. Like Morgan, who the Braves spent way too much money on and is a jerk. Caminiti from the Reds, who had a bit of a down year. I don't see him as better than Bell or Bolick. And he's expensive. El Presidente still doing his best. Zane Smith from the Cardinals apparently lost his rotation spot. I think we gotta go with Dibble. I mean, yes, the walk rate is a little ridiculous. But we got Maxudian, we got Hubbard. And we have Montgomery leaving the bullpen at the end of this year. So what if we ask the Jays to eat some money? And they also got Pavano. The Iceberg. Tilson Burrito. They've got Ward, Wetteland, and they got Schilling coming out of the bullpen for Pete's sake. They do not need a Rob Dibble. Would they be interested in giving up Juan Guzman? No. Swindell? No. Alright, so let's take a look at it from our perspective. Are there any free agent pitchers out there who we could get for less? I mean, there's Alejandro Pena, who we had and then traded to the Jays, and he won a title with them. Way to go, bud. Greg Olson, who wants nothing to do with us. An extremely cooked Steve Howe. I mean, Kruk would be hilarious to get, but he's a Type B free agent, and I don't feel like... Oh yeah, and Tartable's a Type A, so yikes. Oh, to have a designated hitter. I think we gotta do the deal. And I do like that we have another spark plug to replace Mr. Jason Bates. So Moyer moves into the rotation where he was quite good last year. Our rotation is almost all lefties. This is fun. And now we've got a Bleep You bullpen of Dibble, Montgomery, McMichael. That's exactly what I want to see. And now we can let a guy like Radinsky or Pettit figure things out in the minors. Pettit does have options still. Yep, 2 option years still left. Alright, so we still are minus 1.3 in wins above replacement because Pettit was that bad. Swapping Clark for Viola makes sense. Bass and Martinez, I'm not going to miss too much. I feel like we can improve internally for the rest of the way. And if you're wondering why we're platooning a catcher, it's okay, that's odd. I thought Mad Max actually was better than Trent Hubbard. Am I wrong about this? Yeah, he's got more power, better eye. I'm okay with platooning these two. But I don't think we actually get to refresh and see Coors Field until we hit the preseason, which is another month out still. We're going until 4 o'clock today, Eastern, at which point... Oh, no. Larry, what did you do? Hey, Mike Schmidt! Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Ted Simmons close, Guidry close, Tommy John close. Bobby Grich. See, I was tempted to get Bob Wickman because EVC, you know, I would love to have a Bob on this team. But no dice. I'm happier with Pettit and Bernie Williams. Like, we just stole half of the Yankees championship core from under their nose. They still got Jeter and Posada. But yoink. Oh, Todd Walker got injured. Unmotivated, so for what it was worth. Yeah, the Yankees really are weird. I mean, they went from... I mean, the Yankees in the mid-90s were already kind of bad. CBS into Steinbrenner. They were above 500 in 92 and then have cratered since. Sucks to be them. Sucks to be us, too, but, you know, not as bad. Now, I'm hoping that some of these other guys will actually drop in terms of asking salary. By the way, how are we doing in comparison of payroll? Okay, so we're still in the, like, well in the back half of the league. Blue Jays, buddies, what are you doing? But we're not the Marlins, who are just as bad as us and cheaper. And we're not the Yankees, who continue to be bad, not good. I mean, they're trotting out Bill Spires at shortstop. Moving Obando to center makes the most sense for them now that Bernie's gone. So let's get into the preseason and see if we can't snipe some all right. Mike Bordick. Okay. And Felix Salvador. I'm making a face. For Trent Hubbard. Hubbard's interesting because he does have multi-position eligibility, and he's fast, which is rare for a catcher. But I don't care for Bordick or Salvador. The Athletics did tie up David Cone to a rather substantial contract, which is hilarious. Hey, there's Bobby Bonilla. Wait a minute. That's a contract I can get behind. Oh, he's got a no trade. Yeah, no, I don't see this as a deal that makes sense. So I'm going to decline that. At the very least, our outfield looks solid between Mac, Bernie, and Dante. And with the new ballpark, I am going to work on a new lineup intro for Saturday when we get into the actual games. I forgot to be getting my own drops, so I'm going to just quickly get that started up. Oopsie daisy. Oh, hey, more money. Cool. Which also means I'm going to be hanging around until through Nersha's stream. And this was the year, 1995 was the year that the real Rockies won the National League wildcard. I still don't think we're quite there yet, but we're laying the groundwork. Since we are now swimming in money, do we want to go out and sign someone? Mr. Fancier, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Ah, we're in Colorado Field. Wink. Hold on a moment. Is there a Coors Field? Let me hold on a moment, folks. I gotta check for Silva M. Did he do? I know Larry Walker would be perfect, but he signed long term with the Expos in this save. All right, where's the Rockies? Rockies. No, he only Coors Field during that era does not exist in the historical mod. Wow. So I don't have a humidor. Unless I missed something. There's something else there that... Oh, by the way, while I'm on the topic, or while I'm streaming to y'all, I am still working on Project Isekai no Yaku. The expansion teams are what I'm working on now. 2 of the 8 are finished. I got all the logos in. If you take a look at the link in my Twitch profile, you will see the link to the project page on the Out of the Park forums. You can download my mod. You can download Ringo's version of the mod, and you can see on the final page the logos for the minor version. So yeah, we're this is clearly pre-Humidor. So that's why I'm focusing on stuff, guys, a little bit more than usual. Otherwise, all these flyball pitchers are about to get their bits lit up. McNanty may have lost his job. We'll see. Is there anyone out there, free agents-wise, who we'd want to get? Like, we could get Kruk to platoon with... No, he's a type B, which means if we sign him, we lose a draft pick, which I would not want to do. Our draft pick is 2nd overall. This is the one season when I cannot sign anyone like that. Steve Finley, though. Is a backup outfielder? I'm not guaranteeing you starting lineup, but I can make it worth your while. Because, yeah, we definitely could use some more lefties in this lineup. We've only got Council and Maxudian. Oh, yeah, and Anthony Lewis, who is developing. He's a Rule 5 pick, so we just got to, like, park him on the bench and hope nobody notices. Basically, the job he's taking is Billy Ashley's. John Kruk to the White Sockings. All right. Steve Finley, welcome to the Colorado Rockies. And he actually played for the Rockies for like 43 games. Which unfortunately means Dante B is getting platooned. Our big $2 million guy is getting platooned. We'll see about that. It'll be a competition during spring training, because having 60 outfield range is a nice look. I will not miss Billy Ashley. No, I certainly will not. But let's keep him up with the club at least until we hit the end of spring training. If anything, he might be a platoon partner with Shane Mack instead. Yeah, I think that's a play. So let's go Finley, force start left, bench lefty, or bench me lefties. That I feel more comfortable with. Shane can continue to be a backup outfielder. And Steve Finley can slug lefties, or slug righty pitching, and still gives us a 60 outfield range. I mean, ideally, I'd train up Dante in left as well, but I don't know if that helps matters. So yay, we signed one player this offseason. Any pitchers worth going after? Portugal. Does he play over Jamie Moyer is the question. Oh, hey, there's Hesketh, who we picked up in the initial expansion draft, and then he broke his arm, and it looks like he had a rough go in 1994. Mike Sudian for Mickey Morandini. Again, that'd be a fun house rule to play as, that you have to accept every single trade that the AI GMs send you. Mike Sudian for Pat Mears. Again, I'm making a face. Like, yes, he's a defensive stud. But, no. The bat is absolutely noodly. Alright, so Portugal's not that much better than Moyer or Ritz or whoever else joins the rotation. Alright, looks like Andy Pettit is moving into the rotation. Can we get a fifth lefty starter is the question. Oh my god. Alright, Angels want to send us Pat Combs, who is a lefty starter. Someone they claimed off waivers. Alright, so he basically was a zero last year. Brian Reed. Okay. And Brian Willard for Max Sudian. Do we really want to roll 5 lefty starters? He stinks as a starter. So we don't need this guy as a... Like, none of these guys are calling my name. But let's clear everyone out. Alright, if the Angels really want Mike Maxudian, they gotta give a Sid. Nope. Trade clause. Infielders, Sweegie. We need infielders. Oh, hey, Boomer. Nice to see you. Here's Bob Hamelin. Bobby Magallanes. Okay, interesting option. Does he compare well with Bell or Bolick? Gappier, better eye, Bell, but with less contact, so not a fan. And he strikes out more frequently, Frank Bolick. they got Javi Vasquez. Davy Cruz looks like a hilarious option. No, he cannot work a walk. Yes, he can swing the bat. He's basically the infielder version of Vlad Sr. At Coors, he would demolish the opposition. Yeah, you know what? Nope. Let's get to spring training. Everyone on the 40-man is already up with the club. Alright, so players who are coming up are Brando, Blood. Darren Blood looks like he could make an impact pretty soon. Paul Wilson, Navy Perez, Reams, and Stein. Tesmer, Russ Ortiz, and Maloney. How many pitchers we got? 28 and 26. So let's get some... you see? Navy Perez is already starting to take over the starting second baseman job. We'll see how that goes. Let's call Klapinski up too, because we do need an actual shortstop. We have too many minor league teams. Sandro Corba, let's call him up. Soon, AJ, soon. All right, now that's a more interesting starting rotation. Dishman, Blood, Magnante, who really should be on the way out, Wilson, Viola, and Darren Oliver. No, we're not starting Darren O. Ritz fares better in that spot. Blake Stein, absolute gong show stuff. Cannot wait for him to join our team's rotation or bullpen. I think Darren ends up in AAA. He's not far off from making the club, and I love the fact that he's got some sneaky power, and his changeup developed. Praise be. I think Paul Wilson makes the club. I don't think Blood does. But we'll see. I'm not one to suppress people's contracts unnecessarily. If we're going to go for it this year, let's bleep and go for it this year. All right, as per usual, I do my cuts at the breaks on the schedule, so March 9th and March 22nd. Preseason predictions, oh boy, dare I ask how bad this is going to be. I don't even know if we're starting the season at home. We are projected to be better than last year, but still bad. ERA of 5. We are so boned. They're calling for Chipper Jones to hit 52. Yeah, that is a very safe assumption to make. We've beaten expectations before. Wait, Johnny Damon now is starting into the sim. I mean, you got Perez, Guzman, and Silva, all expected to be aces for Toronto. Oh, Wally Whitehurst got traded to the Orioles from the Mets. Oh, good. He was always a thorn in our side. Let's give Randy Reddy a minor league invite. Hey, good Canadian kid Kirk McCaskill. He never got a card in Perfect Team 23. I was hoping he would. Alright, so the draft takes place in June. Wally Joyner back to the Angels. Uh-oh, Corey Bailey had a massive stats drop. He's probably not going to start the season with our club. Mike Lynch is merely a shadow of his former self. AJ Burnett just suffered 3 straight decreases. That's not good. Gregory Boyd and Bobby Hughes for Radinsky. Ah, just what I need, a defensive first baseman. Pass. That's a reject. Moyer's injured. Uh-oh. Cabrera, 1 to 2 weeks, so let's drop him on the IR and then just conveniently forget to ever take him off it. Shoulder inflammation. Took 16 innings, but we did finally beat the Houston Astros. That's a way to make sure everyone gets playtime. Bernie, buddy, you gonna get a hit anytime soon? Old buddy, old chum. Ah, viral infection. So let's bench him for 4 days. Well, we're certainly doing the whole slugging the snot out of the opposition. Gotta love the comeback from down 10 to 2 to win 15-11. No quit in this club. Dibble has a tired arm. See, as the Rockies being sort of a scavenger, let other people sign dumb contracts and then we'll just pick them up and steal prospects along with it. I feel like that approach might work for us. At least on a temporary basis. Corey Bailey out 4 to 5 weeks. Well, it looks like my team is doing my cuts for me. Like Bernie will be healthy again. There we go. So we're gonna send I don't know how these guys come back from those ratings. I mean, we got Trevor Hoffman, we took the Hard Knocks. I was expecting him to turn into something, he's not. Darren at least can still turn into something, so we're gonna... Alright, Darren is out of options, so we gotta trade him. Hoffman still has 2 option years left, so maybe something will become of him. Ditto for Tim Davis, so we're gonna demote these 2 guys. Let's demote Christensen, so we're going to option him. And then we're going to hold on to Oliver and see if there's someone else we want to waive instead. Okay. So Sprague is not making his way back onto this team with those splits at the moment, even though he's getting the bulk of the starts for some reason. Shrug. Todd Pretty. Gone. I want to see more out of Landecker. Nafi Perez is about to steal the starting job. Bollock wants his job back. Good to see. Lynch. Lynch might be a trade bait. Put him on the block. I want to see Brooks and Boye fight it out. Finley's taken a while to figure it out, but Anthony Lewis is slugging the ball well. Nice. Jeffrey Lewis is clubbing the ball. Okay. hard to make some cuts on the pitching side. But I think the easiest thing to do is going to be for shopping around Darren-O and see if we can't get anything for him. We're on a Mike Lynch as a sweetener. Alright, some options. Mostly the same guys we saw before. Pending free agent Mike Gardner, though. Okay, I could make that work. Do we want to get another? No, we're not getting another reliever from the Blue Jays. No, 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 no. Also, wow, Spike Owen got 3 wins above replacement for the Marlins? Impressive. But I'm not going to add him for that. I want someone with a minimum of risk. Let's go with Gardner. They want more than that. Let's include Todd Pretty. Boom. I'm okay with this. Alright, so Magnante got lit up. Wilson got lit up. Viola did well. Small graces. I think what we may need to do is say anyone who's not on a major league deal is going to be sent down unless they are really making a case. Anyone who didn't actually see playtime is probably going to be sent down too. But let's give it another week or so. Tendinitis for Hentgen, and he's out of minor league options. He might be a waived DFA candidate, we'll see. It is nice that I'm able to trade more frequently in MLB. Those of you who followed the Saturday Stampede and Saturday Starlight will remember the frustrations I've had over guys just not being willing to talk to me and the rest of the league basically holding on to everything. Okay, so this is the Beltray year. Guys. So Carlos Guillen available would be an absolute cannon to have in Coors. Aramis Ramirez, decent. Brad Fulmer would just tattoo the ball, love it. But Beltray. Beltre is Aramis Ramirez, but with better contact. Marginally. And he's younger by a year. Brad Penny would be fun. Ted Lilly would be hilarious. Who does the mock draft think we're taking? Victor Martinez. Okay, I can see why. Better stats, but I don't like the low intelligence. Marlins would get Fulmer and Guillen. Eek. We could take Lilly in round 2, though. Alright, we do have a lot of pitching. We gotta get some batters in this team. And I'll be damned if I let Guillen slip out of my hands. I mean, look at this guy. And then compare him to Craig Counsell, who we're trotting out right now. Hands down, a better player. And he's a switch hitter. So, I know who we're drafting this year. All right, bring back Joelbert. Jeff Montgomery has an injury pending. Bone chips. So glad I traded for Dibble and Montgomery. Our bullpen is once again down to McMichael, Michelli, and God help us. Looks like Devon White got extended. Lamar Rogers out for 5 weeks. That's right, guys. Just get all the injuries out now. Just lay it all out on the line. All right, welcome back, Rob Dibble. So, Mike, muchacho, buddy, what are we doing here? So Viola has impressed. Most of the bullpen arms have impressed. So we're going to cut Reams. We're going to cut Rigby. Gardner has improved since coming over, to be fair. We are going to send down Blood and Wilson. A little bit more seasoning, guys, and then you can come up. Yeah, let's send down Stein as well. And then I think we may need to look at moving Magnanti. Let's shop him around. Include Arias. See if we can get anyone better. Otis Nixon. Huh. That was one of the options before I went and got Bernie. Britt Barbary. Mike R. Garcia. Oh, he is a fan fave. 3.3 wins above replacement. Hey. Okay, I could do that deal. Lou Whitaker. No. Jaime Navarro. Pass. Moeller. Oh, is it, who's getting the attention? Is it Magnanti or Arias here? I mean, yes, Magnanti was worth 2 wins above replacement, but I feel like we've got better options. We wouldn't. Mark Garcia does have options eligible. But let's do one last trade and see if we can get some prospects for these two. We're looking for yellow numbers. Or we're going to pick on the Blue Jays again. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, Brian Silva as a catcher. Or Canadian Mark Randall. Nah, we have too many relievers as is. Let's pick up Brian Silva here. Ditch Arias. Done. Let's put Randy Reddy on the spring training roster. Why is Brandau our starter now? Did I get rid of too many starting pitchers? Oh, right, because we have a 6-man rotation. Right. Who's coming back up then? Wilson or Reams? At least temporarily, Paul Wilson rejoins the club. Now, Alex Arias was spared before. Oh man, Sprague, buddy, you're murdering me here. Bye. Arias down. Naifi is losing the starting job to Yolbert Cabrera at this point. But we'll see how he compares with Randy Reddy now that he's up with the club. Of the options, yeah, Kishnik down. Klapinski has been terrible, so we're just going to option him down. Bye-bye Billy Ashley. Out of options. this point, we'll take anything. Yeah, sure, Gary Goldsmith. Take a flyer on a pitcher. At least we got something. Alright, so. Still have a ways to cut the roster down. Another 5 players on each side or something like that. Gotta admit, the bullpen looks really good. And regular season, we're starting on the road. So we may sim those games. Oh, geez, we got a Radiant Inertia soon. Is he up and running yet? He is... Looks like he's just getting underway. Yeah, he's been going for about 3 minutes. So that buys me a little bit of extra time, but in order to pull together the lineup intro, we don't have to worry about it right now. Alright, Henkin is healthy. Put him back in the bullpen. Oof. Maybe he deserves it to be sent. Oh, he's out of our optioneers. Great. All right, so Brando is going to head down. We're not going to put him on 40 man yet. All right, credit where credit is due. Paul Wilson has come in and done well, but I think he's going to be next man up. I don't think he's going to stay with the club. Hey. Decent pitching by Pettit. Henkin takes a loss, so... That's going to be a tough decision to make. Okay, we got about 15 minutes to go before we wrap up our stream. David Bell having a good spring training. All right, all right. I'll take a winning record. So... we have 7 spots on the start are in the 40 man. It's good to know that we've got these guys available. But I think our final cuts are all going to be... Actually, no, what am I saying? So Henkin we're going to waive in DFA. Nelson does have an option year available, and he had the roughest of the spring training. I want to keep Pettit. Let's send down Lisandro Ortiz. Yeah, we're going to send down Paul Wilson. He's next man up in terms of injuries. We're going to try Mark Gardner out. All these guys have like the tiniest of leashes. And of course McMichael had the worst spring training of the bunch. So let's put Maloney and Tesmer onto 40-man roster. Congratulations, boys. Well done. Batter side. Landecker. It's down. Well, give credit where credit is due. Randy Reddy did make the most of his opportunities. I thought Nafi Perez was ready to take over the spot. I can't do with someone batting that low, so we're gonna demote him. It'll be Yolbert Cabrera as our starting second baseman. Bowie has to clear waivers, so we're gonna waive and DFA him as well. Jeffrey Lewis, demote. Is it Juan Brea we keep, or is it Randy Reddy? I think it's going to be Randy. Okay, so that brings us to opening day 1995. Oh, Lou Whitaker went elsewhere. Interesting. He was traded to Cleveland for No Najera and Pat Bryant. Cleveland, or Detroit eating most of it. Go win a title, Sweet Lou, I guess. I like Michelli's potential contact has gone up. David Bell's defense has gone up. Yeah, I think we got our third baseman now with Dave Bell. All right, we still got 9 minutes. So you know what? I am going to start the 95 season. We're not going to play these games. We're just going to sim them. And then we will have our home opener with a brand new lineup intro. We are going to raid Inertia by Inco now that he's up and running. So all of y'all who have missed your drops, like me, you will be able to continue getting them. And if that's not enough, more streamers are coming to the forefront later tonight. Make sure you tune in to Fluffy Kitty Ninja's Commish with the EMLB Game of the Night starting at 7 o'clock Eastern. Yukadin Kazami, her Perfect Team and Pain stream goes at 8 o'clock if you prefer the perfect team persuasion. I think Bull League might be going late night tonight as well. Close to an even record. All right, Burnett's still in the top 10 for prospects. We are at 11th overall. Yankees are sitting on a lot of prospects. So even though we pinched Bernie Williams, interesting. We don't play until we have a 2 set at New York. All right. Of course we lost to the Mets. I mean, good effort by Dishman. But everything that could have gone wrong did. Can we at least split the set? Yes! Ran into Hershiser. Mike Maxudian. Attaboy Mad Max. Jaha getting his season off to a start. Bernie still looking for his first hit of the season. Frank Viola almost going the distance. Attaboy Frank. So does it make sense to put Cabrera on the 15-man and call up Navy Perez? Or do we go with Randy Reddy as our opening day second baseman? We need you know what? We need the defense. And we need to keep Yolbert the whole season. You know what? Just for 3 days, we can manage. So Mark Gardner, who we acquired via trade from the Oakland Athletics, will be getting the start. It's a shame we lost Montgomery, but hey, at least we got Dibble, who can act as a backup option. Man, not having Yolbert Cabrera stinks. So I may still call an audible and bring up Navy Perez for opening day. We'll see about that. Either way, that'll about wrap up today's session. Oh, yes, EVC, thank you for the update. Guess the set for the Milestones 3 and the Topper of Toppers on EVC's channel, 5 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday night. Yes, I am glad I didn't get Hershiser. So we'll see how this club goes. I thought we got the offense. Still early. We are going to raid into Nersha momentarily. He's starting at about 4 minutes, and then it is off to the Major League Managers with all of you. Make sure that you follow all of our affiliate stream team. You'll see me next tomorrow for the return of Advanced Wariology. Wario is back on the channel, and this game has never been released outside of Japan. So I'm excited to see what it contains. Also on Saturday, opening day 1995 at Colorado Field. I guess Coors didn't have the naming rights right at the outset. Look at this bad boy. our team runs on Mike Maxudi, and so that will be the start of that. That's going to be fun. And then I am taking a week off, so you will not be seeing me for the entirety of the week of the 20th, including on Saturday. I will be back in March. And if it's March 4th, do you know what that means? First Saturday stream of the year, a Mob Your Bob giveaway. Time is precious, and I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Firage, take us out. Hope the rest of the week is kind to you, folks. Be well.